Who your Welsh leader is in Wales?
Well, we have obviously fought that by-election hard. Disappointing result for the main parties.
Sorry, I don't mean to be rude.
Stamp duty to save £47 billion.
You just can't say that it's a turning point when your vote collapsed to 2% in a by-election on Friday. It's not a turning point. It's a complete disaster. You're almost irrelevant to the wider public, certainly in that seat in Wales. Can I ask you again, who is your leader in Wales?
Look, in that seat, the Conservatives have never won that seat. When it was last contested, we got, to be honest, a pretty low share of the vote. That's not an imperative, and I do think, just to come back to what I said a second ago, look, I mean, we had a whole load of new policies. Let me just finish. We had a whole load of new policies at our party conference a couple of weeks ago. I know that hasn't yet translated into the opinion polls, but I think it is a turning point because we now have a very positive agenda with a comprehensive plan. We're the only party, including Reform, we're the only party to have a comprehensive plan to fix illegal migration. We had like a 20-page document on fixing illegal migration. A couple of points I've mentioned already. A plan to save £47 billion of public spending, half of which roughly from welfare, which we can then reinvest in abolishing stamp duty completely for primary residences, hiring 10,000 extra police officers to have surge policing in crime hotspots. We're going to double the budget for immigration enforcement so we can remove 150,000 people a year with no right to be here. That is a positive programme that I think we can now take to the country.
And you had 14 years and didn't do it. I'm going to ask you again, who is the leader of the Welsh Tories in Wales?
But we've now got
asked you 3 times.
A new leader. We're under new leadership. Kemi Badenoch. We're under new leadership.
Yeah, you know her name. Right. So who's the leader in Wales?
Previously, Kemi Badenoch was never Prime Minister.
You don't know,
I was
you can
never
say.
Home Secretary. We now have a new programme to take to the country, and I'm optimistic and positive about the future.
If you don't know, you can say, who is the leader of the Welsh Tories?
Look, I've been explaining our positive programme for the future, which we set out at our party conference. 37 new policies we have.
I know, I'm counting.
37 new policies we set out.
I'll just ask you a 5th time, who's the leader of the Welsh Conservatives?
Look, I've explained that we've got a positive new programme.
If you don't know, you can say it's totally fine.
In the months and years ahead.
Just the 6th one.
We've got a relatively new leader, and I'm afraid the name escapes me.
I know, he's called Darren Millar, and that does matter because the party is disappearing rapidly into the sand of a Welsh beach.